How often should you affirm? I'm actually going to change my opinion on this. And the reason I'm changing my opinion on this isn't because we're doing something wrong. It's because I had an epiphany. I was asleep and I woke up this morning. I've already done one video and this is my second one. I've gone back to sitting on my floor because this is where I sit. We really don't sit on my furniture except my Pootie Pie chair. We sit on my Pootie Pie chair, but we really don't sit on my furniture. We sit on the floor in my house. My coffee table is actually my dining room table. This is where we eat. So turning my dining room into an office was a genius idea for me because we don't eat there anyways. We eat here. So we're going back to coffee talk, where we sit on my table and I have epiphanies on our life. And this epiphany is about affirming and when we should affirm, how we should affirm, and why we should affirm until we turn blue in the face. But first, this is Susie, your beautiful Swan Queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful duckling. Thank you for subscribing, smashing the like button, and sharing my videos. I love you. I am the best life coach with a 99.6% success rate in helping people get together with the love of their life. When you are ready to work with me one-on-one, join my paid Facebook group, Upscale Your Money, buy t-shirts from my daughter and her bestie. The links are in the description below. I've added subliminals to my website that you can buy: the best year of your life, money, and marriage to your specific person. And I've already got success with both the money and the specific person ones. Like, I've already got people telling me that they're bringing in extra money, and I already have people telling me that their relationships have turned around with their specific person just by listening to the money and the marriage subs. It's a little early for the best year of my life. I just put it out. It's only been there for 10 days. So it might take a little bit longer to get success on that one, stories on that one. But I put them in there for you guys with also, doesn't matter how many times you listen to it, it will always work for you. So if you want to listen to it for 18,262 days, it will work for you. I also added a custom affirmation package. So if you want me to do your affirmations, your question statements and phrases, I can help you so it takes the guesswork out so that you stop being frustrated. But let's get back to coffee talk now. So the epiphany on affirming. Affirm until you're blue in the face. Turn into Smurfs. Literally turn into a Smurf. Why do I say that? Because you have to change the story. And when you were manifesting, before you got to manifesting, that's exactly what you were doing. If you had a money problem, you were talking the money problem to death. We were solving the problem. We weren't talking about how do I change this? How do I get this? We were talking about, I got it. It's here. The problem is gone. When we wanted to date a specific person, we would talk about, we're dating that person. That person was our boyfriend or our girlfriend. When we were asleep, we would constantly remind people that we got this, or that person we were dating that you said wasn't possible, we're actually dating. So we were literally walking around saying what we wanted all day long. Andrew Tate is a genius at this. He is an absolute genius at this. He literally says that if you want money, surround yourself with people who talk about money all the time. Every conversation he had went back to money. He wanted to be a millionaire. He wanted to have a lot of money. Every conversation he had went back to money. So the people he surrounded himself with, they talked about money. You're surrounding yourself with people that you talk to about your specific person. 99.9% of those conversations are negative. find different people to talk about your specific person with. I'm one of those people. So you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, he's not been very talkative today. I can't wait till we're in a relationship and it's fully committed. Well, why are you waiting? Why are you talking about the fact that he's quiet? Why are you talking about the problems in your relationship instead of what you desire your relationship to be? That's my boyfriend. That's my husband. So you want to date somebody. Jason Momoa, that's my boyfriend. Jason Momoa, that's my boyfriend. Oh, ladies, I'd like you to meet Jason Momoa, my boyfriend. That's what I'm going to do when I introduce him. So I'm going to introduce him to my children. I'm going to say, that's my boyfriend, Jason Momoa. I'm not going to say, this is the person, this is my friend Jason. No. You're out in public and you run into somebody you haven't seen in years. And they say, are you married? And you're not. And you go, no. You still not married? No, not married. Are you at least dating somebody? Yep, I have an amazing boyfriend. And just leave it at that. We were delusional in the 80s. Literally, guys, we were delusional. It was the decade of excess. It literally was the decade of excess. We came out of this horrible time where we were in gas lines. We had gas lines in the 70s where you would wait for hours to pump gas in your car, pray the gas station didn't run out of gas before you got to your turn at the pump. And then when you got your turn at the pump, you're like, thank God I got gas. And then in the 80s, we were excess. There was everything. And there was tons of everything. And everything we wanted, we talked about. That's my house. That's my car. That's my boyfriend. That's my girlfriend. We introduced people. So you're not dating this person yet. And we would introduce this person, my future boyfriend. I'd like you to meet my future boyfriend, Jason Momoa. We were projecting it out there that we were going to date this person in the future. We didn't care. We were slightly delusional. Now there's a healthy delusional, and then there is where you are mentally unstable. I'm trying to pick a word. Psychosis is Psychosis is you are delusional. It is a medical disorder. I'm not talking you have a medical disorder. I am talking about the fact that when I learned to manifest 40 years ago, I literally would talk about what I wanted. That's my boyfriend. That's how I married my ex-husband. That's my husband. That's how I did it. I will not do it any more than that because I want him to stay my ex-husband. So what do I tell you guys on the videos all the time? That's my ex. My ex, guess what he did? My ex. So you're walking around saying, how do I get my ex-boyfriend back? I want to get back together with my ex. Your ex isn't going to show up because your title is ex. So you want them to be your boyfriend or girlfriend. You want them to be your husband or wife. And then when somebody would come up and go, we'd say, watch me do it. Watch me do it. Watch me pull this off. Because I guarantee you, I'm going to do it. So when you are manifesting, go back to sleep and talk about what you want. Leave the negative out the door. And this comes with a disclaimer. If you are in a toxic relationship and you are truly in a toxic relationship, please get out. Do not use this technique. I do not want you to be a domestic abuse survivor. Been there, done that, got the degree, and this is the reason I started my channel, to teach you guys how to have healthy relationships. So if you're calling your person a narcissist, find a new person. Yes, you can have them, But from somebody who lived with a narcissist for 30 years, you can never, ever stop affirming what you want. And I still don't stop affirming what I want. But I get into these negative spirals just like you guys do. And I have a problem and I'm like, I need this, 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 I need this. Instead of, I got that. Thank you for this. So every time my daughter gives me a free cup of coffee, I say thank you for the cup of coffee. I really appreciate it. I don't consider it free. I consider anything free a gift. Why? Because that makes the person who's giving want to give again. But if you're constantly over here going, I got a free cup of coffee, my best friend bought me a free cup of coffee, it wasn't free for your best friend and you're insulting them. So I got a gift. It's a different label, which now you really like this because this tastes even better because somebody gifted you something. So instead of using the word free, let's look at gift. Instead of looking at, I have to affirm for a free cup of coffee, start saying people are gifting me cups of coffee. And notice that people will start doing it because you're gifting. You change your words. When we were asleep and manifesting, we changed our words. We talked about how life was fun, how we were going here and doing this. We didn't talk about sitting on the couch. We didn't talk about what our boyfriend was doing wrong. You want him to stop playing video games and get off the couch? Start talking about how they stopped playing video games and took you out for dinner. Oh my gosh, my boyfriend stopped playing games and took me out for dinner. We had this absolutely amazing dinner last night. My boyfriend stopped playing games and he made dinner for me. Here's the catch. Unless somebody's actually living in your house, they don't know whether or not that person came over last night. So if they don't know if that person came over last night, you can literally say every day to your coworker, what'd you do last night? Oh, I had dinner with my boyfriend. What did you eat? We had pork chops, mashed potatoes, and corn. My daughter did something yesterday. She made dinner and she said, made chicken and rice. And she's holding the plate up. And this is what manifesting is. She goes, I know you've never did this to us when we were kids. You never did this to us when we were kids. And I'm doing this to you. And the plate went down and she said, I'm giving you Brussels sprouts for dinner. And I'm like, what? She sent out snaps to everybody. She likes Brussels sprouts. And she's like, look at this. And she sends it to me and my face is just like, how dare she? How dare she give me Brussels sprouts? Most people don't like Brussels sprouts. Most people don't like liver and onions. So we talk about, I don't like Brussels sprouts. We had this whole big Snapchat discussion between two of her friends, herself and me, and two people like Brussels sprouts and two people don't. The one who does like Brussels sprouts, though, likes them fried in bacon. So you fry some bacon up and you cook the Brussels sprouts in the bacon grease. That I could do. But my daughter and this lady's husband don't eat bacon. So I told him we needed to ditch the husband and my daughter and get bacon and make Brussels sprouts and bacon just to see how it tasted. And my daughter's like, but Brussels sprouts is just like cabbage. And I looked at her kind of weird and I'm like, what? She said, it's just like cabbage. So I'm like hesitantly playing with the Brussels sprouts with my fork. And I take a bite and Brussels sprouts are just like cabbage. Just has a different name, guys. She reframed Brussels sprouts. It's cabbage. It's just baby cabbage. When my kids wouldn't eat peas, I called them baby dinosaur eggs. And they would eat them. What are you calling your boyfriend? A narcissist. What are you calling your girlfriend? Is she the B word? Because I have a male client who texts me all the time about how his girlfriend is being a... And I tell him, if you're going to continue to call her that, she's going to do that. You got to stop and change your words. What word do you want to describe your relationship? So y'all know I say happily married. But right now, people are not very happy. So I've changed my words. Literally have changed my words. So instead of happy, I'm saying fun. So what if you had a fun marriage? What if you had a fun boyfriend? What if your girlfriend was fun? What if we took away these titles that we're calling them every day? Because if you give them a title of a narcissist, a toxic person, a biatch, what do you think they're going to be? You're identifying them as a not nice person. So in order to change your specific person to the person you want them to be, you have to give them a new title. And that new title is what? So we're taking away happy and we're replacing it with fun. So I have a fun boyfriend. Doesn't sound so great yet. But what if you had a fun, loving, romantic boyfriend? What if you had a fun, loving, romantic girlfriend? What if you had an incredibly romantic boyfriend? An incredibly romantic girlfriend? What if you had an incredibly romantic husband? How would that be? What if you had this incredibly romantic wife? Most guys say their wife isn't fun anymore. My wife stopped being fun. It's because you identified her as a person who's no longer being fun. And because you identified her as a person who's no longer being fun, she had to become the boring couch potato. So if you're the boring couch potato, what do you want? So we have Frosty over here, and we have Parson Brown over here. So Frosty is the boring, unfun, unhappy, specific person. Parson Brown over here is the happy person. And you're walking around saying, I'm happily married, I'm happily married, I'm happily married, and it's not working. It's because you're not happy. You're talking about how they're not fun, they're doing all these things you don't like, instead of literally turning around and saying, you know, that's my boyfriend and he's absolutely amazing. We have an incredibly fun, loving, romantic relationship. You're focusing on they have to apologize. Well, if you have an incredibly fun, romantic boyfriend over here, he already apologized. You guys have to change your story. And your story starts with the title. When we go to the store and we pick out a book, we look at a title. Why are you suddenly good at relationships? Because you changed the title to your relationship. Happy's not working, fun, loving, romantic. My daughter likes healthy, happy, romantic relationships. Healthy, happy, romantic relationships. She likes that title. I don't like the word good, but I use the word good a lot. I feel good is how I use the word good. I feel good. I like feeling good. I don't say this is a good relationship. Because when it's good, it's good. When it's not good, it's not good. It goes really fast down that rabbit's hole. So I personally do not use the word good to identify a relationship. I have a great relationship with my daughter. I have an incredible relationship with my daughter. An amazing relationship with my daughter. So if I'm using the example of my relationship with my daughter to compare other relationships, My daughter spoils me. She treats me with respect. We can have a conversation about anything and everything. Occasionally we have disagreements. We always find a way to come back to that great relationship. But we start with manifesting. I want to get my ex back. I want to make more money. I want a better relationship with my boss at work because I can't afford to lose my job. We start with I want. I want has a negative association with it because it means we don't have what we desire yet. So we have to change want to have. I have a great relationship. You're sitting at a bar and you're waiting for your best friend to walk in. And you're sitting at the bar, somebody comes up and hits on you. And you are in your dream relationship. And this person comes up and says, "Can I buy you a drink?" Are you actually going to entertain that person buying you a drink? Because you know that this person is buying you the drink with the intent of dating you. Or taking you home and doing the horizontal mambo. Instead, you're in your happy relationship, you're going to say, "No, thank you." And they're going to say, "Why not?" You're not going to go, "I have a husband. I have a wife." You're going to say, "I'm happily married. I appreciate the offer. Not interested." Now I'm going to say that. Person's going to say, "Can I buy you a drink?" "No, thank you. I'm happily married." That's what we're going to say. You're sitting at the bar, somebody hits on you, you're going to turn them down. Because you don't want anybody but that wonderful spouse you have at home. Because you manifested them. Now, there are a few people out there that will entertain this. And this question was asked. If you are dating while manifesting a specific person, I will do a full video on this, but it is your personal choice. So do what you decide. But even when I was married to the narcissist, somebody would come up and they would say to me, "I'll drive you home." And I'd say, "See the guy across the street?" "Yeah." "If he gives you permission." "Okay." And they'd be like, "What? Who is that?" "My husband." I turned him down, but I did it in a cute way. I'd go ask my husband for permission. I still do that. How do we introduce our partners sometimes? My future ex-husband, my future ex-wife. And then you get a divorce or you break up and you wonder why. Because you're introducing this person as your future ex. Change your title. And then affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm what you desire. Because if you're not changing the story. You're not putting that title out there. You're not bragging. We brag about our problems. Stop bragging about our problem and start bragging about the things that are going right in your life, and it will drastically change for the better. I love you guys. You have an absolutely positively amazing day. And remember, leave the comment. Jason Momoa made that post because the donor was found for his friend Travis. BeTheMatch.org. The link is in the description. If you want to match, it takes you to their website. You can swab and help save somebody's life, or see if you can match for Jason's friend Travis. You guys have an absolutely positively amazing day. As always, leave me a comment and let me know how I drastically changed your life for the better. And I would love to hear what technique or phrase you used that did that. You guys are absolutely positively amazing. You got this.